这是泰拳王子波球职业生涯最狼狈的比赛名场面，上一秒还占据着大比分优势，全力输出，结果一个大意就被日本选手一拳打中下巴，昏死擂台。不甘心的波球也只能趴在地上嚎啕大哭。这是波球10几年的泰拳生涯中第一次被老外击倒 KO。KO 泰拳王子波球的日本人可不是简单角色，他就是日本中量级踢拳冠军佐藤嘉阳。在遭遇波球之前，佐藤嘉阳还只是一位刚刚进入日本排名第12的踢拳新人。现在的所有人都认为佐藤嘉阳今晚会特别狼狈地输掉比赛，毕竟在当时波球可是击败过搏击天王克劳斯，还将日本第一天才磨砂豆踢得尿血送进抢救室。佐藤嘉阳这场比赛可谓是背负着前所未有的压力，稍不注意都会被波球恐怖的腿法打进医院。然而今晚的比赛却将改写佐藤嘉阳的命运。好了，废话不多说，让我们看看今晚两位选手的表现如何。随着裁判一声令下，比赛正式开始。蓝色拳套就是泰拳王子波球，红色拳套就是日本冠军佐藤嘉阳。相比较起来，这时候的波球还只是一位年轻的帅小伙。处于职业巅峰时期的波球打法相当激进凶猛，步步紧逼，随时都能威胁佐藤嘉阳的内围防守薄弱处。然而佐藤嘉阳却用相同的扫踢还以颜色，一旦被波球撕开防守，必定无法安然无恙走下擂台。
He recently opened up a chiropractic practice clinic in Nagoya, did Yoshihiro Sato. I think it's only because he wants the free massages. So far, sitting behind his jab as Buakaw fires his first true leg kick of the fight.
The thing about Sato is that he's a complete fighter. The only problem is that he doesn't, most times he doesn't put it together the way he can. And that's what makes him boring sometimes.
Have a look at that. Buakaw, just a show of strength, just dumped into the canvas like it was yesterday's garbage. Front kick from the midsection from Buakaw. High left round kick from the tie. Jab, right hand from Buakaw. Snakes the hands around the back of the neck. And when that happens, when a guy of the Muay Thai prowess of Buakaw snakes the hands around the neck, you're in a whole lot of bother.
I would have thought that Sato would have, watched the fight against Masato and Buakaw.
And taken a few lessons from it.
Exactly. And, maybe put his hands, mix his hands up a little bit more rather than just sitting at the back and trying to use his reach.
精通泰拳的波球所打出的拳脚招式十分犀利刁钻，总能抓住机会命中佐藤嘉阳的肋骨与头部。虽说佐藤嘉阳个子很高大，也不敢有丝毫的马虎，一边后撤一边用低扫还击波球。在首回合波球只是初步试探阶段，并不会发起猛攻，这时候正是佐藤嘉阳发挥踢拳技术的关键时刻，否则等待波球反应过来，佐藤嘉阳绝对吃不了兜着走。
At the physical specimen that is Buakaw, he is absolutely buffed here tonight. Under a minute remaining in the first round. Buakaw fires out the right hand. Sato cannot afford to fight on the back foot against Buakaw.
But like Albert Krause says, he's one of these fighters that he's just there, he's tough, and no matter what you hit him with, you just keep coming.
Front kick again from Sato. Buakaw checks the low kick. There's the right hand from Buakaw, rings the ears of Sato. Probing jab from Buakaw. Round kick caught on the forearms by Sato. Buakaw launches the big tough thumping right hand. And there's a turning right hand again. Sato complained to the referee momentarily about something. His head kick there from Buakaw.
Right, he thought Buakaw threw an elbow.
Final 10 seconds of the opening round. Buakaw looks to be in control. Nothing has fazed him so far. Digs in with an uppercut. End the first, and a little bit of non-sportsmanship there from Sato.
比赛来到第二回合，果然在首回合的初步试探之后，波球决定发起猛攻。无论佐藤嘉阳使出什么反击招式，都无法阻击波球前进猛攻的脚步。而且波球进入内围的同时，也对佐藤嘉阳施展凶狠的拳腿招式。这也说明了波球并不想让佐藤嘉阳安然无恙走下擂台，必须尽早的将对方 KO 送走，完成最终目标，那样还能一举获得大量的比赛出场费。
Martial arts, he went into side control. Back to their feet, jab two from Sato. Right hand, glancing left hook from Buakaw. Uppercut from Sato. That's more like it from Sato.
Well, this is actually, the uppercut, as we were saying earlier, it's good to see him throw an uppercut after that jab, and it's working for him.
Oh, there's the right hand from Buakaw. His hands have come along in leaps and bounds over the last 2 years. Nice knee to the rib cage. Right hand to the jaw has Sato doing a quick count of his teeth. Good jab. Sticks it on the jawline again, does Buakaw.
I'd like to see Sato after that knee combination and, throw a straight right down the middle.
Buakaw, the lead right hand, rocks the head back of Sato, then goes to the outside rear thigh. Buakaw is just so powerful. It's scary to hear that slamming of the shin against the thighs of Sato here. Nice uppercut from Sato.
That was a nice uppercut. Now he needs to, follow up with a left hook.
Jab outside thigh kick from Buakaw. Sticks the front.
如果处于中远距离，或许佐藤嘉阳可以拿到一些比赛点数。可是，一旦进入内围波球，可谓是占据了绝对优势。连续的拳腿招式逐个奉上，已经完全压制佐藤嘉阳。目前的佐藤嘉阳只能匆忙防守，避免被击倒读秒。比赛也在此刻进入白热化阶段，无论是波球还是佐藤嘉阳，都已经彻底豁出去，坚决要在回合铃声敲响之前结束战斗。
As he walks into a right hand, licks the leather again from Buakaw. 1 minute remaining, second round of 3. Left hook from Buakaw, fires a side kick, right hand. Sticky jab, but he drew the short straw, did Buakaw. Sato needs to have come through a whole lot heavier though. That was his opportunity. And now Buakaw counters. Tip kick again to the midsection from Buakaw. Oh, there's the left hook.
Well, you can't afford to relax in there like that with Buakaw, because Buakaw is very good at throwing those long punches.
Hook again from Buakaw. He's got more hooks than a Pirates convention here in the second round. Jab 2 from Buakaw.
And Sato is going to stand, it's going to stand and use his jab. He needs to stay out of the range.
Oh, he tagged him! He tagged him! Sato's on rubber leg, but he fires back! Buakaw tagged him with 2 clean punches! And Yoshihiro Sato digs deep into the tank!
And this is what Albert Kraus was talking about.
Yoshihiro Sato is the spun!
比赛来到第3回合，两位选手从比赛开始就没有停止过进攻，尤其是波球仅凭自己的腿法就将佐藤嘉阳压制。好在佐藤嘉阳的步伐比较灵活，才避免了被击倒读秒。不过波球在此刻也急需加强自身攻势，如果佐藤嘉阳不做出相应的反击动作，说不定会在这回合被波球 KO 送走。
Sato!
Very nice combination, and if he keeps this up for the next 2.5 minutes,
Buakaw the left hand!
it could be an upset.
Buakaw the jab 2 and again! They are going for it, hammer and tongue! And listen to them raise the roof of the Budokan! Going up the center corridor is Buakaw. And he ties up Sato. They tango. Referee separates them. It is still anyone's fight for the taking, Ray Ray.
Well, that's right. And Sato just needs to keep his hands flowing. Just to keep that jab in the Buakaw's face. Uppercut, left hook. Just keep throwing those punches. Masato did it in their last encounter. Beat him easy. Dropped Buakaw. So Sato needs to do the same right now.
Nice knee to the ribcage from Buakaw. All tied up. He catches him with the left hand. Drifts back to center ring. Fires the teep kick to the midsection. Glancing right hand again from Buakaw. He's got more rights than Amnesty International as Sato tries for the high knee. Long-reaching jab from Buakaw.
I gotta say, this is the best I've seen Sato fight.
This is a fantastic fight from Sato. He said he thought he'd unraveled the mystery. He certainly is doing a lot better. Is it enough to push him past the finish line on the judges' scorecard? Oh, the big kibosh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! It's over! It's up!
最后公布比赛结果，佐藤嘉阳实至名归，赢下了比赛最终胜利。大家认为两位选手今晚表现如何？欢迎在评论区留言讨论。我们下期再见。